Vietnam didn't feel real to me at first. Not in the way you expect from a place you've seen online 100 times, but in a way that quietly unsettles you the moment you're actually there. And then I saw this. What you see online feels controlled. Clean shots, perfect angles, everything framed just right. But when you're actually there, it changes. The scale feels bigger, the air feels heavier. And some places don't just look unreal. They feel like they shouldn't exist at all. This isn't about where to go in Vietnam. It's about what it feels like when you're there. The moment you step into it, everything shifts. You slow down and appreciate everything around you. Or stop completely. Because Vietnam isn't one kind of experience. It's movement. It's stillness. And sometimes, it's something you don't fully process until you've already left. So the real question is this: do you want a place that lets you breathe? Or one that completely takes your attention? Because here, you don't always get to choose. Number 1, cruising through Ha Long Bay. At first, it feels quiet, almost too quiet. Then the limestone cliffs start rising out of the water, one after another, until you realize you're not looking at a view, you're inside it. The boat moves slowly, cutting through water that barely reacts. And the further you go, the more everything around you closes in. Not crowded, just intentional. Like the space was designed to hold you there. At some point, you stop trying to capture it. Because nothing you film actually matches what it feels like to move through it. And just when it starts to settle, everything shifts. And then the movement disappears completely, drifting through Trang An landscape complex. You don't control the pace anymore. Low in the boat, close to the water, you're guided through narrow openings that don't look like they should lead anywhere. But they do. You pass under rock, into darkness, then suddenly back into open space again, surrounded by cliffs and fields that feel completely untouched. No noise, no rush, just water moving gently around you. The longer you stay in it, the harder it is to tell where one moment ends and the next begins, until eventually, you leave it behind. Number 3, trekking through the terraces of Sapa. This isn't something you just look at, you walk it. Layer after layer of rice fields stretching into the mountains, shifting with the light, green, gold, sometimes disappearing completely into the mist. Small villages appear without warning. Nothing staged, nothing forced, just there. And the higher you go, the quieter it gets. Not silent, just removed. Like you've stepped outside of everything else for a while, but that stillness doesn't last. Number 4, riding the Ha Giang Loop. This is where Vietnam stops being still. You're on a motorbike, winding through roads that don't feel built, just carved into the mountains. Sharp turns, sudden drops, views opening without warning. You don't take it in slowly, you react to it. Every corner shifts the landscape, every stretch pulls you further in. And somewhere along the way, you stop watching it and start feeling part of it. And just when it feels like it can't get bigger, it does. Number 5, stepping inside Son Doong Cave. You expect a cave, what you get doesn't feel like one. The space opens so wide, so high, it stops registering as underground. Light breaks through from above, clouds form inside. Entire sections feel like their own world. You move through it slowly, not by choice, but because your brain needs time to catch up. For a moment, nothing feels normal, until you step back outside, and everything suddenly feels smaller. Number 6, standing in front of Ban Gioc Waterfall. You hear it first. A low, constant force building in the distance, until the trees open up and the water takes over everything. Wide, heavy, endless. It doesn't rush. It doesn't need to. It just falls, again and again, with a weight you feel in your chest. Close enough, the mist hits your skin. Close enough, the sound blocks everything else out. For a second, nothing else exists, just movement. Number 7, finding stillness in the Dao Islands. After everything else, this feels different. No noise, no pressure, just open shoreline and still water. You walk without direction, swim without thinking, sit without checking the time. And the longer you stay, the more you realize how rare that feeling is. Nothing here pulls your attention. It just gives it back to you. Number 8. Snorkeling off the coast of Phu Quoc. You step into the water expecting clarity. What hits you instead is how alive it feels. Color moving beneath you, light shifting with every ripple. Details that only appear when you slow down. You lose track of how long you've been there. Drift further than you meant to. And when you come back up, everything above the surface feels quieter. Number 9. Exploring the Marble Mountains. This doesn't feel like one place. Stone rising out of the ground, carved, hollowed, reshaped over time. You move through narrow stairways, into caves that open without warning. Light breaks through from above, smoke from incense hanging in the air, temples hidden inside the rock, silence that doesn't feel empty. And the higher you climb, the more the outside fades. The city disappears, the noise drops away, until you're standing above it, looking out at something that feels completely separate. Not overwhelming, not fast, just something you move through, slowly. Like it reveals itself, one layer at a time. Vietnam doesn't try to impress you all at once. It shifts from movement to stillness, from scale to silence. For the first time, you're not reacting to the place anymore. And somewhere in between, you stop seeing it as a destination and start feeling it.